Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, and if you are new, welcome and please subscribe. I thought it would be a fun idea to take you through the next month or so of eating on a meal delivery service as a vegan. I have definitely struggled in the past with getting stuck in recipe ruts. That's something that my boyfriend and I have definitely noticed as of late. We've been eating a lot of the same meals every week. We basically eat the same food. So we thought this would be a fun idea for us to not only try new recipes together, but also, just experiment with cooking new kinds of food and do it with a service like this. We are using Green Chef and I just got my first box. It just came, so this was perfect timing. And I'm really excited to show you what's inside and what recipes we're gonna be cooking up over the next week. This came inside the box. Looks like we have a little explanation card. We are obviously, like I said, because I'm vegan, we're doing the veggie plan. So some of these recipes are vegetarian and some of them are vegan, but they're all adaptable. So like for instance, this one comes with cheese and a cilantro crema. So I just won't be using that, and I can get a vegan cheese alternative if I want to use it. But my boyfriend, who is not vegan or vegetarian, can use the regular dairy products. So this is the second recipe, Boom Boom cauliflower bowls and a creamy corn and potato chowder. So very excited. So these two are vegan, and then this one, like I said, vegetarian, but it looks really good. I like that it has all this information on the cards. Yeah, and then it just has, you can top with the cheese and crema. So that's really cool that there are still adaptable recipes for me, even if they are technically vegetarian. So that's very exciting. Here is what the box looks like. So it looks like we've got the 3 different bags with all of the ingredients. Then as you can see, it says don't forget about ingredients which may be hiding under the ice. So things that are too big. So that looks like it's just the plant-based protein ground. I wonder what brand this is. I wonder if it's like a proprietary meat, fake meat, or if it's like a Beyond or Impossible that's just like packaged for them. Very interesting. We have our first meal. This is the plant-based protein tacos, and we have a special guest joining us in the kitchen tonight, Bill! Yay! So we're gonna cook this together because usually I cook dinner and Bill doesn't really cook much with me, so this is a treat. So let's get started.
Yay.
Yay. Onion chopped. Well, we're gonna put it in the pan. Now Bill is gonna chop the pepper. We have the finished product. We're going to give it a taste. Well seasoned.
Yeah.
I was suspicious of like the orange chili seasoning that went in it, but it's good.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, great.
That means yours and mine.
Oh.
Hello, we are back in the kitchen today. This is the second Green Chef meal that I'm going to be making, and we are doing the creamy corn and potato chowder. This looks very good. I love soup, and I thought this was the perfect day to do it because it's been raining on and off today. So very excited, and let's get into cooking. So we've got veggies right now in the pot. Sorry if you can hear Bill playing a game. I also had celery in the fridge, which normally is not something that I would have on hand. The oven is done preheating, but I have really been liking that as a snack lately with peanut butter, which I made a TikTok about if you want to see that. But so I added 2 stalks of celery in with the potatoes that I cut up and the carrots, which were pre-chopped. That's cooking right now. I just chopped up the bread, which is going to go in the oven, and it's going to make like little croutons. And I'm going to add in right now the garlic, which I have to chop, and some seasoning, and then we're going to add in the corn red pepper, and some more stuff. And just in time for the food to be done, Bill's here. Hey, look at the food.
Oh, it looks very good.
It does look
Do you want a shot of it?
I'm gonna show them.
Okay. I didn't know.
And how the croutons look.
Croutons look crispy.
Yes, they look crispy. I'm going to put some mini baguettes from Trader Joe's in the oven to dip. The amount of croutons is actually, I feel like, a good size, but we just wanted to have some bread too, and since we have them, we're gonna use them. So I'm gonna put those in, and then I'll show you the final product now. Okay, second meal thoughts. What are they?
Very good.
Bill likes mushing his croutons apparently into the bowl.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I did not do that. All right, well, we're gonna go enjoy this, and we'll see you next time. Hello, we are back with Green Chef night number 3. I'm very excited. We're going to be doing the Boom Boom cauliflower bowls. I have been on the road today. I was working for one of my clients, so I've been out all day and I'm very hungry. We also just went and picked up our new TV, so this meal is probably gonna take a little bit longer than usual to prepare because I feel like I'm gonna have to help Bill with the building process, but this is what we've got going on. Some cashew studded rice, stir-fried bell pepper, cabbage and ginger with cauliflower on top, and Boom Boom sauce, which I don't really know what that is. Sweet and zesty with a touch of heat. It's already made, so that is what we got going on, and I'm very hungry, so let's get started. Food is looking really good. We've got veggies cooking, cauliflower just came out of the oven, rice is done, our TV is almost set up, and just putting some finishing touches on, and it'll be time to eat. But the dinner is great. It is kind of being overshadowed by the new TV, but both are really good, and the food is delicious. I really like the sauce. I thought I was gonna have to make the sauce, but it's very tasty. So enjoying this, and meal number 4 coming up now. Hello, happy Sunday. It's time for the start of week 2 on Green Chef. We are doing the creamy truffle penne, and let's get started. Doing all the things. We've got the mushrooms, shallots, and tomatoes in the oven. I've got peas and garlic on the stove. Bill does not really like mushrooms or tomatoes. He's also not the biggest truffle fan, so we'll see what he thinks about this. But I'm also going to add in a little bit of extra pasta. Sorry if it's loud, the dishwasher's going and this is cooking. But this is 6 ounces of pasta that comes with the box, and normally we eat like 4. And especially because this isn't a protein pasta and there's not another like protein heavy source in this, and we haven't really had any today. I'm gonna add in a little bit of this red lentil pasta as well, and hopefully there's enough sauce to, you know, go around. So I'm gonna throw this in now, and then by the time this is done cooking, the veggies should be as well, and the sauce should be done as well. It is very coconutty,
Yeah.
but also truffly. And Bill doesn't like mushrooms or tomatoes, like I mentioned. Tomatoes are something he's probably mildly allergic to because usually his lips swell up after he eats them in excess. So he's gonna try to avoid that and maybe give them to me. So we're gonna go enjoy this, but this is good. Would make it again. It was funny because there was like a little truffle packet that came with it, and it was like, add maybe a third of the packet, like, and then like season after, save the rest for like popcorn, and I just put the whole thing in because I was like, I like truffle, and I could tell that it was going to be coconutty because of the coconut milk, so I just used the whole thing. So I would maybe do that. Hello, happy Monday, back again with night 5 or meal 5 of doing Green Chef. So tonight we're doing the green pea and feta falafel. This one looks like it's a bit more involved than some of the other recipes because you're making the patties and then cooking the couscous and then doing the like can't talk, kale salad on the side. So gonna get started on this, making some adjustments because the recipe calls for the feta being put into the patties, but I'm vegan, so we're not gonna do that. We're gonna have this on the side for Bill to use, and then there's also a like sauce that he can put on the side, but again, I won't be doing that. So yeah, let's get started. It also calls for making the patties in a food processor, but I don't have one of those either. So I might do it in a blender, but it also like gives instructions for what to do if you don't have one. So I guess we'll see. And I'm gonna get started. Unfortunately, I think this might be our first fail, kind of. I mean, it's good, but it's just not falafel patties because, like I said, it calls for a food processor, and I thought about doing it in a blender, but that would have just made more liquid and not like the kind of texture that you need to make falafel.
No.
So I thought it would be okay to just mash it, which is what it said to do. That did not work because it did not hold up once it was started to fry. So I ended up just doing like half of the mixture for me without cheese, and then I added cheese to like half of his and like fried. Yours honestly probably fried better because the cheese parts fried more, but I mean, it still did. I just didn't want to use a lot of oil. The couscous and the salad is really good. Bill probably likes his better than I like mine, we just said, because he got extra feta and like the sauce on top, and I just am having it dry, but I did add some tahini to it, so it's not like totally dry. But yeah, a food processor would be a nice purchase, but not something we have, so I'll just have to be on the lookout for any kind of recipes that are like this in the future that call for like a food processor. And you know, it might end up more of like a crumble instead of a patty, but that's all. Hello, happy Tuesday. It's time to start doing dinner. We are doing the harissa tofu and couscous bowls. I'm very excited, very hungry. I think moving forward after this like first month is over, we're gonna start doing 4 meals a week. So this past week was like kind of thrown off because normally we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So like Friday, Monday, Wednesday from like that box, but we got a little thrown off, so we just did the orders or did the food Sunday, Monday, Tuesday this week because we didn't do it on Friday. So not that that matters because you're watching this 2 weeks after I'm cooking right now, but let's get started. I like it. It's definitely different. It's not, this is exactly why we got it, because this is not something I would make at all for us. And I would not have thought to put all these different flavors together. So, big fan.
True.
Time to eat. That's all. We are doing the black bean flautas with a side kale salad with broiled corn and shallots, guacamole, and vegan aioli. Very exciting stuff. So, just take this out of the fridge. Get everything out and get started. I am massaging the kale for the salad. We've got the black beans and red peppers cooked on the stove, and the corn and shallots are in the oven. Those are gonna go in the salad, and it's gonna be time to assemble the flautas. We are really running low on olive oil, and I don't have any other kind of cooking oil right now, so we'll see how this goes.
Rock your body.
Okay, we're eating our dinner. Bill's dancing because he really likes it, right?
It's really good.
What do you think? You like the sauce on it?
Yeah, everything about it. A+.
I agree. Bill doesn't like guacamole, so more for me, none for him.
True.
There's more of the a little more of the aioli though, if you want more on the salad or flautas. But
Sure.
we're eating, and we'll see you in a few days when we make the next meal. Peace. Hello, happy Monday. I'm here, I'm really hungry. I lost track of time with the project I was just working on. So I'm hoping that this recipe is on the quicker side. It says 35 minutes, so let's get started. This is the kidney bean patties with corn and red pepper relish, paprika aioli, broccoli, and potatoes. Looks pretty good. It does not say, I know I talked a couple of recipes ago about making like patty burgers and how that called for a food processor, and since I didn't have one, it didn't turn out so good. This also says to use a potato masher or a fork. We don't have a potato masher, but I'm feeling like we should get one for some of these recipes. So let's get started, see how things go. All right, we're making the relish. This looks to be like a pretty quick recipe, and I feel like I keep saying this with a lot of them, that it looks more time consuming than it really is. Like, I just put the broccoli and potatoes in the oven, and now I'm putting the stuff into the pot for the relish. 2 of those are already cut up, and then I just have to cut up the celery. And then the only other thing that goes in is water, apple cider vinegar, and then like the seasoning pack. And this does say simmer for 15 minutes, but the vegetables have to cook for 20. So a lot of it is hands off, but then I'm gonna make the patties. But looking pretty good so far. All right, we're eating. Bill, what do you think?
A+.
Plus, do you like the relish? Bill's a big relish man.
It's very good.
There's a lot more of it, so we can have it for anything else you eat this week. Yeah, I like it.
Very good.
Thanks. Okay, that's all. Back to the Sopranos. Hello, happy Wednesday. It's time for another meal. Today we're doing orange miso tofu. Comes with rice with carrots, sauteed green beans and chard, and a peanut sauce. And this is another one that's all vegan and it's gluten-free. So very excited, and just finished my workout. That's why I'm red in the face, but let's get started with cooking. So I'm just chopping up the veggies. We've got some chard. Something that I've found interesting also in the recipes is that it will say, like in this, it says red chard, and then it says your chard may be a different color. Either way, this dish will still be delicious. So like in the pictures, you can see that it's one thing and then you get another, like with the potatoes, or in this case with the chard, which is not a big deal. I don't think I've actually ever cooked with chard at home before, but I've had it in different dishes. So that's interesting. This one has some holes in it. I hope it wasn't like eaten by anything. I rinsed everything off. All right, time to eat. This is the final product. Let's give it a try. I feel like I maybe could have made the tofu a little crispier. I was getting hungry, but it's really good. You can't really taste the orange miso marinade. Just kind of little. And I had the tofu marinating for like almost 20 minutes. But then you add the peanut sauce in at the very end, just so it heats up a little. But it's very good. I like the rice. I like the green beans and chard. Overall, another win. Bill's behind me. He's looking. He's not eating with me tonight because he's not hungry yet, but maybe I'll get his reaction when he eats later. You just try the tofu?
Yeah.
Try the
I
rice.
mean, everything else is good, I'm sure.
Well, we gotta let the people know. Rice good.
Rice is good.
Green beans. Bill loves green beans.
True.
Except when I made him a whole green bean casserole on Thanksgiving, and then he only ate it on Thanksgiving, and then he didn't eat any leftovers, and then I just had to throw them out. That was really annoying.
You're the slander.
They do. They're siding with me.
Okay.
Bye. Happy Friday night. We are going to do the black bean and mushroom enchiladas, and my sous chef, Bill, is here to help me. Very exciting. So we're gonna get started. Bill, how do you feel about this recipe? tell the viewers.
Nervous about the mushrooms.
Yeah, but we had, what was that one recipe that we had that also had mushrooms in it and you were like, oh, it's good.
I don't remember.
There was one. I'll play the clip right here. Okay, let's get started. You want to tell them what you did?
Chopped up all the vegetables.
Except the mushrooms.
Yeah, you did mushrooms.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
So this is a pretty, like, I feel like I've literally said this so many times, and I'm gonna say this also in my, like, recap at the end. Like, every recipe I, like, look and I'm like, oh my god, this looks, like, so involved. And then it's really not that hard. And then, like, when there's two of us doing it, it makes it even easier because it really is just, like, chopping up the veggies. And then, like, I'm gonna cook it, put it in the oven.
That's it.
And then, like, cook the other veggies, and that's it. So.
Very easy.
Yeah. All right, what's the verdict, Bill?
A+.
It's very good. I like the veggies on top. Gives, like, a little bit of a crunch.
Yeah.
The crema.
It's all very good.
Very good. We literally have not had a bad.
Yeah, well, there's one that was a mediocre.
Which one?
I don't remember. There was one we were not enthralled with, but everything else.
I'll play the clip if I can find it.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Watching The Sopranos. See you in a few days. Hello, happy Monday. I am going to start dinner now. We are doing the roasted garlic and veggie flatbreads. It comes with a side salad that is kale, carrots, dried cranberries, and pine nuts. Very excited for the flatbreads. They sound good. I think that Bill might be skeptical because there are artichokes and tomatoes on the flatbread, and he doesn't really like that, but we'll see. And let's get started. Salad is just about done. There are also carrots to add in, but I'm gonna chop them, but I have stuff on the cutting board that I'm just waiting to cook. We've got the garlic in the oven cooking, roasting. It should be done in a few minutes, so we'll have a nice garlic oil, and then I'm about to cook the fennel and artichoke hearts, which are going on the flatbreads. Bill has been on a work Zoom call, so he's not helping right now, but I'm very excited because I like all these flavors. This is actually the coconut cream with corn. This was used in one of like the first recipes that the second recipe that we made, which was the corn and potato chowder, and it had a very strong coconut taste, so I'm interested to see how it interacts with the other flavors going on. Okay, what's the verdict, Bill?
Excellent.
You didn't try the salad yet.
I didn't try salad yet, but the flatbread is excellent.
Did you eat a tomato?
No.
Okay. Tomatoes sometimes make Bill's lips swell up, so he might not eat them.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Cheers. Hello, it's Tuesday. We're back with another recipe. Tonight we are doing a Thai tofu and rice soup with coconut milk, red bell pepper, shiitakes, and scallion. Looks good. 30 minutes. I'm really hungry. It's late. It's 8:30. Bill had a doctor's appointment. I went with him, and it took longer than expected, so we gotta get going kind of quick. Looks like we're cooking the rice, prepping some veggies, letting tofu marinate, and then basically just cooking all the stuff, putting it all together. So let's get going. This is the last meal that I'm going to be showing in this video. Bill, what do we think? My water bottle's totally blocking it.
It's good. Not my favorite, but
Because,
I'm not really a big coconut fan.
yeah, it is very coconutty because it's obviously coconut milk soup, but I like it. 2 thumbs up from me, maybe just 1 from Bill.
Not one.
It's now been a full month of using Green Chef, and I wanted to give you a little recap and just go over some of my thoughts because I know I talked about obviously each recipe. We did 12 in total in this video, which is a lot, but I wanted to go over what some of our favorites were and some of the highlights and pros and cons if you're considering signing up for a meal delivery kit like this, especially if you are vegan like me. First up, I wanted to share Bill's 3 favorite recipes. I just had him look through all the cards and, go through and tell me which ones are his favorites. So his number 1 was the orange miso tofu. The green pea and feta falafel. This one you'll remember was actually one that the patties did not form properly because it wanted mixture to be made in a food processor, which makes it like a drier texture instead of soft like a blender would. So he said if this had been formed properly, this would have been number 1 actually, but for now, number 2. And then the plant-based protein tacos, which I also thought these were really good. And his least favorite, no surprise, you just saw this one. This is the Thai and tofu rice soup, which I really love this one. As for my top 3 favorites, I'm going to go with the creamy truffle penne at number 1. My only thing with this was that the amount of pasta that they gave was low. It was 6 ounces, and normally we want a little bit more, especially because there was no like major protein source with this meal. So I added in a little bit of extra protein pasta. I think I used like a red lentil one. So, but this was really good. I liked the sauce. I liked the veggies. And I also really liked 2 that we had this past week actually, the roasted garlic and veggie flatbreads. I thought this was really good. Really loved the kale salad as well that came with it. And I'm actually gonna go with Bill's least favorite in my top 3, the Thai tofu and rice soup. I thought this was really good. I like that it wasn't, I feel like the picture actually was kind of misleading because it makes it look like there's more liquid than there actually was, because it kind of, there was a lot of rice in the bowl and then there was like not as much liquid. But I thought it was really good, and I would totally make this again for myself. For my least favorite, I'm actually going to go with one that was in Bill's top, which is the green pea and feta falafel. And this is mostly because, like you saw, it didn't form really into like the full patties. So it was like crispy, which was good, but because I also couldn't have the feta or the it was a lemon basil yogurt sauce, I couldn't have that, so it was like kind of plain. I ended up adding tahini to it for me, which, you know, gave it a little bit of something, but I would have liked something with a little more flavor, but I didn't have any lemon or anything. So those were our top 3 and least favorite dishes. As I believe I mentioned before, each of these boxes were a little bit discounted because I had a $90 off like intro coupon. But normally it's $80 per 3 meals and then $100 for 4. And we are actually going to be upping and continuing this service and doing $100 a week for 4 meals. So that breaks down to $12.50 per meal, which I don't think is a bad price, especially considering that I feel like we spend a lot at just for Bill and I, we spend a lot at the grocery store on not really knowing what we want to make, and it makes things just difficult. So I'm really looking forward to continuing this. I can't really say if this would be worth it if you are eating it individually and not with a partner or a roommate, because I think it is a little, you know, it is obviously more expensive if you're spending 80 or 100 a week by yourself, but you can think of it like it would be dinner and then lunch the next day, or, you know, you would have it for dinner and then have leftovers the next night for dinner or something like that. So you could get like 6 dinners out of it, and then that would be a good price. But I think for just our situation, it really works for us, and it's nice because then the other couple nights a week we can make food, but it's not like a whole production to try to make anything super fancy, which I like that, you know, we have these couple nights a week where we're eating really fun, interesting dishes, and then the other nights we can just like keep it a little more simple. Like tonight I'm just making pasta with Beyond meatballs and veggies on the side, and that's like not anything special, but it's, you know, just what we have at home. So I'm looking forward to continuing this service. I'll probably be posting occasionally on my Instagram story, like if there's anything super pretty that I'm making for dinner. I have a food highlight that you can check out that has, you know, food that I'm eating, places I'm trying out and stuff, so you can go and look there. Thank you so much for watching. This video is probably very long by now because there were so many different parts, but I'm going to do the thing where I break it up into the sections so you can see all of the meals a little bit easier, and it breaks it down into the weeks because, you know, we covered 4 weeks in this video. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you would subscribe and stick around. Please let me know what kind of vegan videos you'd like to see next. I probably won't be doing anything like this with another meal delivery service just because I don't plan on getting rid of our Green Chef anytime soon. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.